your brain, somebody's money, and you start a business where money is involved and it is legal and it is lawful, then definitely that is what we call it as business. Money which is incurred, that money is called as fixed capital, and all these things are fixed assets. Now this is what the fixed assets and fixed capital. Now working capital means day to day whatever happens, it's all about the small amount of the things. It's all about three terms, that is long term, medium term and short term. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash Chandra from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyashram Pure College, the Temple of Excellence. Season's greeting, and in this chapter I'll tell you, I'm gonna teach you how you can make your own source of finance and you can start your own company. Let me brief you. In this chapter I want you people to pay attention for the other source of finance which you people as an entrepreneur, that to a young entrepreneur, can go for a easy way of collecting sources and then starting your own business. It's always like this: your brain, somebody's money, and you start a business. If you feel that, sir, I have 1 crore and I want to start a business without any experience, I'll tell you, please don't do it. The reason is, money saved is money earned, but there is one more. If you lose money, you can't get back that amount. So that's why if you understand source of business finance, you will get to know that even for 1 rupee to spend on unnecessary aspects, you will actually think twice and thrice. That is what the beauty of this chapter is. In this chapter, I have taken the first concept, that is the introduction and the meaning. Here I'll tell you what exactly the meaning is. Now, business is concerned with the production and distribution, as you all know that. The business activity here, business activity, right? The business activity here is divided into two, that is, one is industry and another is commerce. Now you have something called industry and one more we have is commerce, right? Now in industry you have three things: one is primary, secondary and tertiary. In commerce you have two things: one is you have trade, and one more you have is auxiliary to trade. What is it? Auxiliary to trade. Now here what happens is, what exactly a business is? Buying, selling of goods and services, or it's just about distribution, or it's just about a process? I'll tell you what, it is everything where money is involved and it is legal and it is lawful, then definitely that is what we call it as business. Now here, for the satisfaction of need of society, why is that we people need to do all this industries, commerce? The only thing is what? You need to make your customers happy. That is the reason you are supposed to go for it. For carrying out various activities, business requires money. To make this person happy, what is that you should have? You should have money, and that is what the finance is all about. And finance is a lifeblood of all business. And how to get that lifeblood from so many other sources, that is what we're gonna go with in this chapter. So what exactly it is? Financial needs of business. Why do we need finance? I told you, finance is what? Finance is the basic thing, and that too a lifeblood of any enterprise or any of the business firm. Now here there are two things. Now you need to know that why you need finance. There are two particular aspects which you are supposed to understand. One is fixed, right? Now fixed capital requirement is what we actually go with. Fixed capital requirement, right? And one more you have is working capital requirement. I'll tell you both what exactly these things are. Working capital requirement, okay? Working capital requirement, WCR. Every time whenever I go with WCR, that is how you are supposed to understand working capital requirement. And FCR is all about fixed capital requirement. So there are two types of requirement. One is long term, another is short term. When I say short term, it is 0 day to 100, within 100, it is what we call it as short term. And the long term, it is all about your 1 year to something like that it goes. Now sometimes what happens is you have that medium term also. That medium term is not for you people. Now the medium term is after 100 days to 1 year is what your medium term comes in place. So we go with two of the thing, FCR and WCR. FCR is fixed capital requirement, WCR is working capital requirement. So what exactly these things are? Fixed capital requirement means the long term whatever I want to purchase, right? For that I need money. That is called as fixed capital requirement. And working capital means day-to-day activities, whatever the money is required, if I provide them, that is called working capital requirement. So we need to calculate long-term requirements as well as short-term requirement. So fixed capital requirement, what exactly it is? Before going with fixed capital, let me tell you what is fixed really means, right? Fixed really means is, now here in fixed you have two things, one is capital, another is asset, right? Assets, one is capital. So we have fixed capital and fixed assets. Did you understand what is fixed capital? That means the money kept to purchase fixed assets are called as fixed capital. Now here you need to understand what are the fixed capitals. What are the fixed capital? Then I'll tell you about what are the fixed assets. Now fixed capital here you have is plant and machinery, land and building, furniture and fixtures. Okay, all these things are what? Fixed assets. Now to buy fixed assets you need fixed capital. So all these fixed capital, which are the things? That is P&M, L&B, F and FX, that is what? The fixed assets. Only because of fixed capital you can purchase, these things, right? So these are the fixed assets. Now try to understand this. In order to start business, firm, the fund are required to purchase fixed assets like, now fixed assets are land, building, plant and machineries, furniture and fixtures. These are known as fixed capital requirement of the enterprises. To purchase all these things, the money which is incurred, that money is called as fixed capital, and all these things are fixed assets. Now this is what the fixed assets and fixed capitals are. Now I'll tell you in the nutshell what it is. Whenever you start any business, what are the things you really need? You need machineries, right? Machinery. And machineries are all what? Once you invest, that is all very expensive. Once if you invest, that is with you till it goes for a flop, right? So depreciation happens, so all those things accounting will not go with it, we'll just go with the business studies kind of a thing. So fixed assets are these things: plant and machineries, land and building, furniture and fixtures. To buy all these things you require a capital, so that capital is called as fixed capital. Now the question to you is, why do you need all these things? You need all these things to run the business for more than 5 to 10 years, right? Try to understand this. For a long term, if you are planning for a business, then only you are supposed to have all these things. So you should categorize your business enterprise. I'll go for a short term or a medium term or a long term. Anybody who goes for a long term, they always invest for the long term. If they feel that it's like a cheap jack or a seasonal kind of a business, then you don't go for a long term, you go for a only working capital. Day to day whatever happens, that is what you will think. Now try to figure out, okay, a shopkeeper and a person who has a business in the footpath, what really happens? Will he go with a fixed capital requirement, or a person who has a shop will go for a fixed capital requirement? Try to understand. A hotel where pani puri is being sold, or a footpath where pani puri is sold. Now where the fixed capital requirement is more, try to figure out, right? That is how you are supposed to learn business. Now the pani puri wala, what he does is, he will not invest more for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, my pani puri stall will become something, I'll have my fixed capital requirement. He will not go with it, because he only goes with what? Working capital requirement. आज के लिए क्या होना चाहिए, that is what he'll actually go with. But whereas come to your hotels or motel, whatever the concepts are, they go with what? Fixed capital requirement plus they go with working capital requirement. That's why any business, whenever you start or you end up or liquidate it, you only go with two terms. One is fixed capital requirement, another is working capital requirement. So let's check working capital requirement, what exactly it is. Now working capital means day to day whatever happens, it's all about the small amount of the things. The financial requirements of an enterprise do not end with the procurement. Please understand the word procurement of fixed assets. It's not just about the fixed assets. No matter how small or large a business is, it needs funds. It needs fund for its day-to-day operations. Please understand what it is. It's day-to-day activity. Now that day-to-day activity, that is called as what? Working capital requirement. That is called as working capital requirement. The entire process, that is money involved for day-to-day activity, those kind of requirements, we call that as working capital requirement. So hope you got it. For a long term we go with fixed capital, for a short term and for a day-to-day activity we call that as working capital requirement. So these things you are supposed to understand. Now the next thing here is, let me just tell you here, classification of source of fund. Now when I say source of fund, sources of funds, right? Now you have too many. Say, sir, bank can give you money. Bank can actually give money. Sir, I'll start asking my friends, right? My friends. Sir, I have my relatives. Sir, I can ask even the public. Now these are the things you can actually think that these are the sources of fund. But let me tell you, there are n number of sources of fund. So the sources of fund can be categorized using a different basis, which is on the basis of period. On the basis of period means term. Now understand, bank. So 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, go for the maximum of whatever the year you want. It's on the basis of period. But what about your friends? How long they can actually give you money and how long you will not return back to them? Relatives, how long you can hold the relatives money or depend on only your relatives? Try to figure out how long the public will also be silent and give you the money. Why will the public give you money? Try to understand. And sources of generation, one is the period, another is sources of generation, that is how will you generate it, and the ownership. So now it's not just bank, friends, relatives or public or your money, right? It's not about it. The sources of fund is too much. Now I've given you a chart. This is the real source of finance. Today I'm going to explain you little about this entire chart. Next session I'm going to explain you in detail what exactly all the chart is all about. We'll take each and every topic and we will understand what are the topics and what exactly it is. Now try to figure out. The first one here is on the basis of period. Today we'll only discuss about on the basis of period. Tomorrow, that is the next session, we're going to go with on the basis of ownership, and the last session we're going to go with on the basis of source of generation. So first one is on the basis of period. Now when I say period, it's all about three terms, that is long term, medium term and short term. I'll repeat, long term, medium term and short term. So on the basis of long term, we have the requirement, the sources are, one is equity shares. Now you need to know, whenever I start, we are right now talking about the companies and the business, MNC, all those companies. We are taking an example and we go with equity share. That is, we give it to the public. The public, if they want us, if they are really confident about our company growth, they will purchase equity shares. When they purchase equity share, they become the owner of the company. Now I'll tell you on the basis of generation, all those things here, owner, ginner, whoever it is, I'll tell you on the basis of ownership also you have equity share, retained earning. I'll tell you what exactly it is, right? Next is retained earning. What is this retained earning? That means if I make a profit and I need to give my profit, I need to share my profit with the shareholders, but I'll not share all the profit with my shareholders. I'll have something called reserves and surplus for the next year. I'll hold on few of the 10%, 20%, 30% of my profit for next year. That is called retained earning. Whatever I have earned, I have retained it. Next is you have preference share. The way equity shares are there, we have one more share, that is called preference share. People who have purchased preference, they have a preference, that is, they have a preference over equity. That means whatever I need to pay, I need to pay the preference shareholder first, and then the remaining amount I'll pay to the equity shareholders. Next you have debenture. Debenture is all about long-term fund. That is, I'll be taking loan from the debenture holders. They will have the credit saying that I need to pay interest to them, that too even if I don't make a profit or loss, I need to pay them on a regular basis. Next is loan from financial institutions. There are financial institutions who are only giving loan to the big enterprises because the big enterprises will pay them big interest. That is the reason they are there. Plus we have other financial institutions who will always support the business. That is, the government have only given few of the business institutions where the institution will actually provide us loan for long term. Next we have, yes, our own banks. You have so many banks. The banks are always willing to give you loan and make you a person who is a credit holder. Now we have medium term. Now all these things are long term. Let's talk about the medium term. Again, bank plays in the long term as well as bank plays in the medium term. Then you have public deposit. That is, you will ask from the public. The public are the one who will actually give it, but they will not wait for the long term. It's just a medium term where you are supposed to pay them the money with interest. Loan from financial institution. Again, the loan from financial institution are from long term as well as in medium term. And the last one is leasing finance. You will take a leasing finance. The financial body will actually give you few money and then you are supposed to pay them, but they will not come under long term, they will only come under medium term. Lastly we have short term. Now short term is usually what we do is in the short term is for the day-to-day activity, the work in progress, the working capital requirement is what we go with short term. So the first one here is trade, credit, factoring, banks, commercial paper. I'll take a special class only with short term because all these terms you have understood. You have at least once or twice you have heard about it, but when it comes to the short term, you have not heard about trade, credit, what exactly a trade is, what is trade, credit, what do you mean by credit, what is factoring. Then you have banks, you already know. Commercial paper means what. All these things I'll take in the next session. So these are the sources of finance, and we will talk only about the entire chart in this entire chapter. So please focus and try to understand. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, you can call us. I'll always be there to help you. I'll see you when I see you.